You're listening to Empire of Rust, the world's first and only Transformers RPG podcast. Join the fight as Carapace, Rex, Magnum, Wildstrike, and Sweet Spot fight their way through Iacon's underworld against criminal empires and a movement determined to bring an end to the Cybertronian Confederation.
Hi, this is Rex. A lot of you listeners have asked why neutrals, such as Carapace and myself, dislike the other Transformers. You see, Autobots and Decepticons are very much alike. They both like to boss people around. They both like to fight and battle constantly. They both like to blame the other and not take responsibility for their own actions. Whereas neutrals are just chill and leave others alone. We don't get all up in everyone else's business. We help each other out. For example, if Quasar, who's a saber-toothed tiger, gets a hairball stuck, I just whack him with my tail. And after he rolls across the cave and smashes into the wall, the hairball just pops out. And when Quasar's kitty litter box needs to be emptied, I have Crazer clean it out. He's got those long mammoth tusks, and what else is he going to use them for? He might as well help out and get that kitty waste out of there. Then we all take the kitty waste down to the tar pits and get rid of it. And if there's some poor bastard stuck in the tar pit, we throw the kitty waste at them for a good laugh. We're really like a family, a community that shares and cares. In summary, Autobots suck, Decepticons suck, non-Dinobots suck, tar pits suck, and kitty waste sucks. But sand pits and mud pits are fun, tires are great, and plants are delicious. I think that about covers it. Enjoy this episode of Empire of Rust. Rex out.
All right, welcome back everyone to episode 34 of Empire of Rust.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Hello, everyone.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Not too bad.
Tonight, yeah, it is nighttime now, isn't it?
It's evening. I mean, the light's still where I am, but we are in the same time zone, so.
You've been getting 10-minute thunderstorms here.
Yep, same time zone, different state.
Truth.
You're the only one out of state, aren't you?
I believe so. Yes.
What's it like over there, Pat?
I mean, it's like the Dark Ages and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're all over here in Massachusetts, in the good place.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I'm not that far away. I mean,
You're on the other side of the world. You're on another planet.
We taste the same where we are.
Accept it.
Massachusetts and Rhode Island combined can fit into several other states.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not that far.
Unacceptable. All right, when we last left you guys, you had just saved the Metallicus from destruction yet again. What is this, the third time you've saved them?
Yep, we better be getting paid overtime.
Maybe you can convince them to help you out with that.
I don't believe they're going to do that.
I'm willing to bet they'd
satisfied
consider
with
it.
them updating their safety policies.
So at the end of last episode, Magnum, you had just looked over the unconscious body of Nimrod and the completely obliterated body of Shortfall and found a number of items. Among them is a case that was on Shortfall, along with a data pad and a data jack on Nimrod.
Okay. If
Nimrod is unconscious?
Yeah, I was looking at the actual damage that you guys had done to him, and you only went a little bit beyond 0, so it was less than 5. So I'm willing to say that he's dead. But if you take some quick action to save him, I will allow that. Okay. Shortfall though is completely wiped out. You had hit him for over 15 damage, more than his hit points.
Nice.
All right, then I will treat him to stabilize him.
Okay.
If I notice he's still unconscious, because he's not going to let anyone die who's not attacking us anymore.
You can do that. That's not a problem.
All right.
I will say that you can stabilize him, and no issues there.
And we should tie him up or throw him in prison.
I was going to say we need to bind him.
He's still unconscious, so you guys can, I'm sure you have some cable on you that you can go ahead and bind. Maybe your winch there, Carapace. All right, so there's a couple of things that you guys need to get to before your mission is complete here. One is actually completing the mission that you guys had set out here to do, getting Energon. Another thing you need to decide on is what you're doing with the Kaon Star, the bodies that you found on the ship and in the station crew, and just, what you want to do about all of that.
Well, since it's probably taboo to fly the body of another bot when that body is deceased, perhaps we could load all the bodies of the deceased onto the Kaon Star and tow it back to Icon for, proper burial rites. Such. Pay respects.
Yeah, like at this point, like, what is the appropriate cultural way to deal with this on Cybertron? I mean, on Eucharis, it's pretty much like take the tools that you need and just leave the body out for the.
Is it now? It's just a vehicle.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it still functions as an actual ship, but the everything about the Kaon Star is still functionally working, so to speak. I mean, it needs Energon, of course, to be refreshed, but there's no sentience behind it anymore.
So it's just a machine. But I mean, like, that's almost like the equivalent of like a zombie. Like, is that frowned upon? Is that disgusting? Is that like, whatever?
Yeah, it's more like building a raft out of bones.
It's not a typical thing to do. So you generally, when bots die, their parts are recycled, and you kind of move on from there. But in a case of a ship is very valuable in its own right.
Sure.
So,
well, it's not for us to decide what its ultimate dissolution is. I mean, I would say just tow it back, like he said.
I mean, my understanding is that this place that we are at now is going to be a hub of activity. The fact that it happened to get whatever happened to it is a momentary lapse in a normally regularly scheduled program. So, like, we're going to call up somebody and say, hey, guess what? Everybody's dead. You should probably send more people to come in and fix this place. Oh, by the way, one of the ships is dead. You should do something about that. Like, we're not undertakers. Like, this is not our job.
Yeah, quite right. It's not for us to decide.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
maybe
it's just like...
if we can contact Iacon, that might be just a better thing to do.
Yeah.
And concentrate on just making sure the base is safe and secure. And maybe fix the door.
To make sure that the base is secure after we leave, I would suggest having the captain find one, maybe two members, just to keep an eye on things until replacement crew can arrive.
And if you suggest this, then both Cryo and Steam run up and volunteer immediately.
Can't wait to get off the ship, huh, fellas?
Attacks? Turn into a gun and fall on the floor? I mean...
We don't want to spend any more time on the ship with this misaiming bot.
And Cryo looks at Sweet Spot.
I look behind me. Looking at
You're a bad shot.
It's always personal with Sweaty, isn't it? Every time.
I'll lean down to the Steam guy. Your grip is loose. Do that right now. Tighten it up.
He looks affronted.
It's either personal insults with Sweet Spot or someone's asking him on a date.
You just lost 2 votes, Sweaty.
On the voting. And who comes out to escort me during the race?
I'm just worried about the lifespan of any NPC that we leave behind. Are they going to spontaneously explode or something like that?
So, I mean, I guess one of the things, like, what is our actual objective here? Like, when do we get paid? Like, when we return the fully fueled ship to Iacon?
If I recall correctly, you actually did get paid. You got in advance? No, I'm sorry. I think I'm wrong on that one.
I don't remember ever getting paid for anything. I don't remember any money in this game.
We did get paid, but I'm pretty sure it's for what we already did because they certainly hadn't paid us before that.
You're right, because account bot 4,000 came over and transferred some money to your accounts.
But
I mean, can the crew of this ship do the energon loading themselves? I mean, can we?
Yeah,
can
you
they
think
handle
so?
it with the staff? Without the staff, okay. So I would say, I mean, that's fill up the energon, check with Iacon, get instructions, and then go back.
Okay. Yeah, you believe that they can take care of that for you. It would take them a little bit longer than the station crew, but you think that they could handle it, especially with Blue Shift's help. You think so?
Alrighty.
I would suggest having extra crew members just in case there's a wild animal kicking around.
Sure.
While they're doing their work. They're probably not as dangerous as this spark dude.
Yeah, well, as far as like the turbo foxes go, they get in probably because the door is left open.
Yeah.
So as long as the place is secure, the regular critters shouldn't be able to get in and cause any havoc.
Yeah, you'd be amazed at how useful just having a closed door is to keeping animals away.
Yep. Indeed.
I can't identify whether that's sarcasm or not.
Okay, so we get the crew to fuel up the ship to turn it into an even bigger bomb, and then we hopefully will ride that safely to Iacon and maybe not get attacked along the way, which would be a, bit of a miracle.
Minor miracle.
Yeah, I was just going to say. So
Can we contact Iacon from here, though?
Nope, you're out of range, but you will be able to when you get around like halfway or so.
So
they don't have like cell phones,
satellite communication,
satellites.
Come on
we're super advanced.
Obviously, we're not that advanced.
Yeah, we're close to 4th level. Somebody pick a satellite as their as their other option. Just jump up.
Right.
Yeah. Wild Strike, where are you?
Yo, don't call Wild Strike. You can probably just run into it.
That's what it takes. Cybershot doesn't have an infosphere?
It's not going to extend out this far, because right now you are technically in the wilds, and civilization hasn't really built up that far enough.
There are no cell towers here.
No cell towers.
Guess we gotta hoof it on halfway back at least.
Considering how fast this thing moves, could we see Iacon from here? I mean, send up smoke signals.
That's why it took you 4 days to get here.
Yeah, but we can still see the city lights at night.
Crawl.
If Wild Strike were here, he could make it back in an hour or two.
All right, you call his name one more time, he's gonna show.
That's how it works.
Nice. All right, and so you're going to both fuel up and get the energon containers of the Metallicus filled up, and the Kaon Star. You said you're going to just tow. Are you going to fill up their energon containers? Fill up the ship? What do you want to do with that?
Might as well fill it up if we're going to bring it back.
Yeah, if it's capable of holding and it's capable of flying, might as well use it for that trip.
Yeah, if we're gonna be dangerous about it, might as well double down.
Take care of it. You know what they're gonna call us when we show up with 2 full ships of energon back in Iacon?
Why are we going to fill up the other ship?
Because we can.
Because you need something to do.
No, but I mean, I guess I'm curious about if this is taboo. It's not like we're going to be like, oh, well, we found a corpse, we should go treat it nicely. But first, let's fill it up with diamonds, and then bring it home. Either it's taboo to deal with it, or it's not.
You gotta loot the body before you bury it.
I was talking about filling up the energon canisters that are on the bottom, just like the Metallicus has.
Okay, can the Metallicus hold a double yield?
No, but the Kaon Star can hold its yield, assuming that you're towing it back.
Okay, so we're using this corpse to tie a bunch of stuff to, and that's respectful. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's do it then.
It's energon.
No questions.
I think as long as it's carrying energon, it'll be fine.
What I was trying to allude to is, you know what they're going to call us when we return with 2 full tankers of energon, Carapace?
I don't know. What are they going to call us?
Big damn heroes.
Well, hero is a bit of a politician's word, isn't it?
One of my favorites.
Let's go ahead and deal with the stuff that Magnum has found on Shortfall and Nimrod. I'm going to need a medicine check from you, or anyone who can do medicine.
That would be a no.
I have medicine.
15.
You want to roll it, or you want to aid Pythagoras?
I'll try to aid, because I don't have a lot of ranks in it. I just made it, so +2.
So that's 17.
17. Actually, that +2 really did help out quite a bit on that one.
Nice.
So, what you find in the case that Shortfall had, it is a small case with injectable canisters full of a blue substance. There are 6 canisters in there, 4 of them are empty. And as you are looking through it and examining it, you can tell that it contains a nanite-infused energon that, when injected, provides a +2 circumstance bonus to the save of any effect that causes ability damage for 10 minutes.
Basically a rabies shot versus Sparky.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, nice.
If used while under the effect of a temporary negative level, you immediately get a save to remove one of them.
Who do we know that's something?
DC is equal to the effect that caused the negative level in the first place. And if you have under the effect of multiple negative levels, you can choose which one that you would like to save against.
Nice.
Interesting. So they had 6 of these things, and now they have 2.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
The other ones that are empty, do they look like they had stuff in them at one point, or were they just empty to begin with?
It looks like they were used.
Okay.
So it looks like either Nimrod or Shortfall had injected several of these to themselves.
Oh, because they probably actually fought the Spark Eater at some point and got fucked up by it.
Or they just handled it and it was just sort of like an inoculation.
Huh.
Should we give this to Carapace?
Yeah, I mean, we could. I mean, we're going to be here for a while. Is it going to take a day to fill up the ship?
Yeah.
I mean, we can wait until I've done it tomorrow. I mean, it would be nice if we're going to be continuing on. It would be nice to have these sort of things for the future.
Do you get like a save day for this? How is his negative levels recover? Does he get like a save every day?
Yep, I get to make a check every day.
I guess we could give you a night's rest then.
Because it's not a permanent level, correct.
All right, so Carapace, you're going to try and get your level back naturally, okay?
Yeah, I figured.
Is Greg going to do the same thing for Rex?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
So does Rex want to wait, or does he want to use it right now?
Yeah, I'll wait.
All right.
Do you want us to make those checks now?
Yeah, might as well, because you guys are spending the time here to wait for the ship to get filled up, and yeah, we can go ahead and do it now.
And can you do something with the medicine check in order to aid to that, Rumi?
I don't know, can I? Because I certainly could try.
You may have an ability that allows you to give bonuses to saves.
I do have one of those, yes, I can do +1. Or is this sort of like a long-term care situation? Or
I think the innate ability, or the main ability of the scientist, you can expend an energon node to give a bonus to your saves.
Yes, so you can give a +1 to lots of things. Someone saves or an ability or something like that, so I can use that.
Yeah, so I can see long-term care, and that's just if we succeed, we get twice the number back. You know, either ability score damage.
Oh, this is just with a straight medicine check then. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he has any weird necromancer powers that he can kind of be like, oh, I'm going to bolster you. You know, there's a lot about him I don't know.
Yes, I do have such powers.
Magnum, tell him that you can. He'll probably believe you.
I can.
Let's see, and it's a fortitude save or a will save?
It is a DC 16 fortitude save.
So
Fortitude
add
save.
+1.
Well, I rolled a 16, and that's with my -1.
Oh,
so
nice.
if you add a +1, I mean, I guess I make it just barely. I rolled a 9. So, okay, I am back to life, back to reality.
That you are. Back to the here and now.
Very good.
Excellent.
And Rex, what about you?
Rex failed. I rolled a 10. So -1 + 5. I just miss it.
Oh man, it's okay. It's a temporary one, so you'll be able to try again the next day, or you can take one of those inoculations and get yourself an immediate save, if you wanted to.
We have a 4-day journey back, right?
Immediate save.
So what's that do? Give me a plus or what? Or just gives me another save?
You get another save.
Yeah, it gives you an immediate save. Same thing as a DC 16 fortitude save, but if Pythagoras is going to give you a bonus, then don't forget that.
It doesn't matter. I rolled a 4.
Oh.
Damn it, Rob, you can't even cheat well.
No.
You know he can't see the rolls. I rolled a 4. Dean, 100,000. Too much, Rob. Too much. Pull back.
So, Pythagoras.
Yes.
You have a couple of data pads in your possession. So you have 2 data pads.
I do.
One is the old one from the body that you found in the cold storage room. The other one is from Nimrod here. Now, Nimrod also had a data jack on here. Now, when I say a data pad, don't forget that it is a data repository. So it's much more like a hard drive than it is an actual tablet of any kind. So in order for you to use it, you are actually going to need to use the data jack for it. And the data jack you can recognize is a high-density data jack. It is a level 5 item that gives you a +1 circumstance bonus to computers checks.
Yay.
And as you're looking through the data drive, you can tell that it is hackable. It is going to take 2 full actions to hack. What would you like to do with either of these 2?
So get a 28 computers check.
As I said, it's going to take you 2 full actions to do, but you do get access to the drive's structure. And you notice that there is a countermeasure on it. It is a wipe countermeasure. And there is also a security upgrade on the drive itself. So I'll count that first check as you getting in and you kind of recognizing what's going on and what you need to do in order to hack it. So you're going to need to make 1 more computers check to do it. And you know that if you fail the check, it will automatically wipe the drive. But you do recognize that you can take some time to get it back if you don't get it enough. But it is a very high DC to do.
Can somebody aid him?
I might be able to aid him.
I'll try to aid.
Sweet Spot's aided me in the past.
Aiding I can.
So that's 25 plus anything that Sweet Spot can give me.
Can we all help or just him?
Anyone who has computers can help.
I do not help.
You choose not to help.
Rex provides a +2.
I don't aid. I got a 9. Effectively. I do not help.
Ooh.
I think 27.
Okay, good. All right, DC 23 computers to disable the countermeasures and get full access to this device.
Nice.
Good.
Okay, so there's a bunch of information here that you find. Let's see here. So, the repository is full of data on the lot of you. Psych profiles, recent history with the council, public and not so public records pulled from dozens of different databases. And all of this information is pretty much an easy way for them to figure out what your actions are going to be and to try and plan against you.
I was going to say, this feels like very Usual Suspects. You know, when it's like, oh, here's a dossier on every single one of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That it does.
So disconcerting.
I want to know what it says.
Okay, so you take some time, and this probably takes like a few hours to do, and you go through like all the documentation. And this for Magnum, this is a treasure trove of stuff. I can imagine he's just in his glory here.
Finally, I get the dirt on these dirtbags.
It's never. This will always come in useful at some point. You know, never too much information on someone.
So as you're going through all these documents, you kind of like cherry pick a couple of really juicy looking ones and things that really kind of like just catch your eye. On Wild Strike, There's a document in there on a place called the Vault of Stars. It was a secretive facility that was an experimental Decepticon research and development lab during the latter days of the war. Some of the deadliest weapons that Decepticon science developed were prototyped there.
Like Wild Strike.
Yes. But the biggest rumors were the body modification slabs. Forges and crucibles that allowed Megatron to create super warriors, either by strengthening individual bots with rare metals and new power sources, or research on combining, forcing several warriors to join into one enormous bot that had immense power but lost the mental ability to control their actions. In Wild Strike's file is a badly corrupted transfer order from thousands of years ago. All that you can make out is that he was sent to the Vault of Stars as a replacement security officer. His record is blank for hundreds of years until it resumes with a transfer to the Nazar. And the Nazar is a ship that he was assigned to.
Looks like he's up to some clandestine hanky-panky here.
On Sweet Spot.
Where? On my bumper? Is it my tire?
Yep.
Is it my headlight? Sticker?
Your one headlight.
Sticker.
Your life is like an open road, and as such a public figure, the amount of information available is staggering. Everything from your high-profile sponsor at the beginning of your career to your controversial voting record.
Controversial.
Oh, the hooker bot, stay in there?
Joining the Cybertronian Confederation wasn't a popular move on Velocitron at first, but you were there at the race when Blur, an outsider, busted onto the scene and forced Override to call for the vote. In your file, you find records of all your votes and a complete psychological workup based on your voting tendencies. The workup, ordered by Knockout, shows concern that if you found a cause to champion, you might go beyond legal channels to ensure that it is successful, and that the results might be detrimental to the long-term plans of Override's administration.
That is preposterous.
Hey, Sweet Spot, I suddenly like you a little bit more.
Just a little bit, huh? Well, I hope I can count on your vote.
Oh yeah, definitely. I vote. I certainly do. Sometimes.
In addition, several popularity polls initiated by the Velocitronian delegation were included. These polls show your popularity steadily rising, while Knockouts remains flat.
Magnum, would you call that motive?
Indeed. Something fishy. You better watch out who you work for, man.
You smoke way too much. That's way too much. You're the only Transformer I know that needs a voice box.
It'll all be clear in time.
Rex, your file is surprisingly light, aside from the psychological profile and the recent history reports. But the few things that are there concern you greatly. There are planetary scans of Eucharis with the location of your former cave marked in red. There are photographs there, images of the rest of your herd, like surveillance photos. Phaser the Brachiosaur, Gazer the Ankylosaur, Razor the Spinosaur, Mazer the Iguanodon, Nazer the other raptor, Hazer the Plesiosaur, Taser the Pterodactyl, Crazer the woolly mammoth, and Quasar the saber-toothed tiger.
They only found half of them. Thank goodness they didn't scan the other side of the planet.
Rex, is there anything on that planet that isn't your herd?
Probably not.
Rex, you are very fertile.
Planet Rex.
Linked to the file is an update request, dated for 5 days from now.
Interesting. How long will it take us to get back to Iacon?
It would take you 3 or 4 days to get back to Iacon.
And I assume it would have taken them as long as well.
There is a space bridge at Iacon that you guys have been granted access to as representatives of the council. So if you were going to head back to Eucharis for any reason, then yeah, you think you could make it within 5 days.
Righty.
Some serious goings on there, Rex.
Carapace, your military career is highlighted here. Campaigns from Stryon to Star's End, along with kill counts and notable deaths. The most interesting one is an infiltration mission you undertook where you stole a transport ship full of K-class Decepticons. And Magnum will tell you that a K-class Decepticon is a Decepticon that was convicted of desertion or betrayal, was turned into a bomb, turned into a transformable bomb, and dropped as weapons of mass destruction on Autobot forces.
So so was that considered kidnapping or theft at that point?
Kid thefting.
Little column A, little column B.
Okay. Does it say what I did with them?
It does not.
Okay.
But you remember the event.
Right.
So wherever you wanted to leave them off or whatever you wanted to do with them, that's canon for you, so you can decide that.
Huh. Interesting. I mean, okay, so when you say they're bombs, are we talking like tactical nukes, or are we talking like level of building?
I would say a combination. Like those small bots, like Pythagoras-sized ones, would be like building, like building busters, and then like the big ones, like like Rail Spike or something like that, or Steve Buscemi.
No, Steve.
Steve Buscemi.
So yeah, you probably hid away a transport full of bombs over there. So that's interesting.
It is. I'm curious to delve into that a bit.
In addition, potential blackmail and extortion plans are detailed and crossed out, as whoever wrote this realized that you don't stay silent in your line of work. It looks like they eventually gave up and decided to simply put a bounty on your head.
Is that us in general or me in particular?
You specifically.
Oh, okay.
And you can actually see the bounty request on it. It's for 20,000 Shaniks, payable upon proof of death, and it's signed Zaron of Cybertron, Iacon Diplomatic Hub.
Do I know that name?
Do I?
Yes, you do. He was one of the people that you met, one of the ministers of Cybertron. He was in that the room with Ironhide, Quick Switch, Fix-It. I'm forgetting the other one. Oh, Wheeljack, and Zaron was the other one. He is the essentially the diplomatic minister, the head of state below Starscream.
Huh. Interesting. And we have effective. Is this like a paper trail? Like is this damning evidence that we just found?
If you want to share it with people, yeah, that'd be concerning for Zaron.
Oh, good to know. Good to know.
I believe that bounty is about to go up.
And Magnum, you are searching through your own record on here, and several pieces of information pique your interest.
As we all lean in over his shoulder.
Your occupation was listed as a senior field officer with the Iacon police force before the war. Your service record is exemplary, with commendations for undercover work rooting out the underground gladiatorial arenas that thrived during the Functionist era. But your record stops on Declaration Day. You left Cybertron and became an adventurer traveling from world to world. You continue poking through your history until you come across an entry for a large crystal that you recognize. The file contains information about its structure, makeup, and internal scans show it to be the data core of an ancient Cybertronian, perhaps as old as the first generation of Transformers. The information it could contain is priceless.
Does this data core happen to resemble something I would have allegedly stolen?
Absolutely does.
Okay, I was just gonna say, yeah, let's have it.
Apparently I used to be a bull.
Are you?
Is it pictured?
Apparently I used to be a bull, and this crystal I stole is big news.
Oh, one other thing on here before I have you roll something else. Since you succeeded on the hacking attempt on the first try, you also get access to Nimrod's personal account, and you gain an additional 3,000 credits. I'm sorry, 3,000 Shanix.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think we got our hazard pay.
So you have a total of 5,000 Shanix to split between all of you, from the 1,000 you found on Shortfall and Nimrod apiece, and then the stuff you just stole from Nimrod, or his account.
Well,
nice.
Appropriated anyway.
Go ahead and make a culture check, and if anyone wants to aid, you are welcome to aid.
I got 19 altogether.
So +2 from Sweet Spot?
Yep.
Alright, that's going to be 38.
Ooh, man, that is a crushed DC.
100.
Jesus, Matt, the DC was like 25 at most. Okay. So you learn a little bit about who these two bots were.
38? A little bit? Really?
Yeah, just a little bit. You learn that these two are named Shortfall and Nimrod, and they are two former members of a group called the Ravagers, a former Decepticon military group of assassins, spies, and saboteurs. With the downfall of the Decepticon forces, their philosophy has evolved into one of utter hatred of the Cybertronian government, whom they believe that the Autobots are in control of. They believe that the new government represents a weakening of the strength of the Cybertronian race. And it's also rumored that the former leader of the group, a bot named Dead Switch, is responsible for the violent philosophical course of the organization. It looks like these two have joined up with Cybertron First as, for whatever reason, you haven't been able to figure that part out, but it looks like that they are doing the bidding of Cybertron First.
My fanatic enemy of my fanatic enemy is still my fanatic enemy. I think.
Actually, they did that in, what was that game? Remember the Illuminati card game?
I do.
All fanatic groups were considered opposite, even though normally, like, it'd be like if you had the same type, you would be like, "Oh, you're my ally." But fanatic was always considered opposite, even other fanatics.
Yeah. Normally they cooperate.
Yep. It's just interesting.
So we have another group, a fancy dirtbag group, trying to destroy the Cybertronian government. They can't catch a break, can they?
Out of the frying pan and into the sun, apparently.
Indeed.
All right, so any questions on any of the stuff that you have learned today?
It's going to take a bit of processing here.
Prodding?
Going to take a bit of thinking about all this.
Yeah. So, Magnum, about this information you uncovered about myself, would it be possible for you to edit some of the content in there?
In the data core?
Yeah.
For what reason? Why do you want to edit it?
I want to, the part about my maybe going above and beyond the Call of Duty in a negative connotation. Maybe switch that up a little bit.
Why, are you planning on publishing this?
Well, I'd like to put a positive spin on things.
Well, I mean, we're not just going to give this to anyone anyway. What are you worried about?
Right. But it's possible that it could get out at any rate. So editing it at its source, I think, would be best in the long run.
Don't worry, I'll take care of the information. I'll don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Thank you, sir. I know I could count on you.
I'll make sure the information is exactly as needed, right?
You what? What now?
Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. Everything's fine.
You say that, but my oil pressure is going up a little bit. I don't know why.
You might want to get that looked at.
Everything is just fine, just as much as your voting record is, you know?
Anyway, I don't see any problems with your record here.
You don't?
No.
That's good. Very good.
And Magnum, you do think that if you wanted to make any changes to it, you're confident that you hacked into it well enough that you can make any edits or affect anything on it that you want to.
Okay. Well, no one's going to be getting this outside of our group for now.
Well, the only one of these things that seems to be time sensitive is Rex's thing. So, like, if it's going to take us most of that time in order to get back to Iacon, and then we got to set up, using the bridge, and then we don't know how far away is Rex's cave from the space bridge.
I mean,
like,
can we get, if we get within, radio distance, can we call someone faster to come get one or more of us so we can get there fast?
I mean, Rex would probably say that he's okay with going alone, checking things out, and then he can...
Well, you don't go anywhere alone.
Check in with you, you know what I mean. Because we have other things going on, too, our group, so...
Right.
Don't forget that there are 2 shuttles still parked in the Oaks' hangar bay. And while you will need to take a little bit of time to kind of get them online again, that is possible.
They would get there faster than
the Metallicus? Oh, yeah, certainly.
You can march across land and get there faster.
A turbo turtle will get there faster.
Do you know how to fly, Rex?
Not really. I don't have any ranks in it. I don't know how hard it is to just go and not
just
get blown
have laser
up.
fly for you. Laser can fly for you.
I mean, I have a rank in piloting, so I mean, worst case, if we need to fix it and we want to just say oh, we're getting you ahead of time, but that means neither of us will be on the ship if we're attacked again. Yeah, I figured I could drop him off at the space bridge. He can go and do his thing, and then I'll be waiting. And I mean, hell, I could fly out and probably catch them halfway on the way in.
You might even be able to check in with Wild Strike if you wanted, I guess. I don't know if that's what Mike wants either, but...
Well, that's actually good. Okay, so yeah, we'll say that's what you guys do. So, as you are refilling for today, you're getting the Metallicus's energon canisters refilled, refilling the Metallicus itself, filling up the canisters on the Kaon Star, and getting that hitched up to tow back to Iacon. During this time, Magnum is kind of going through all of the data pads for it and dealing with that. And I imagine Blue Shift and maybe Sweet Spot are helping out to get the shuttles up and running.
Can do.
And then towards the end of the day, Rex and Carapace, you guys are going to jump on a shuttle to quickly get back to Iacon so Rex can get over to the space bridge so he can check on his herd. And as soon as that's ready, then yeah, you guys head out.
I just want to make a copy of all the data before we go, so just we have backups of everything we have of our own.
Okay.
We also need to just wrap up the containment and collection of the Spark Eater parts for our subquest.
Okay.
Anyone have a Ziploc bag?
You have a canister, or a coffin-shaped container. You can put all the pieces left in there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so
there's no precedent of a Spark Eater suddenly pulling itself back together, right?
Pythagoras will tell you no.
Okay.
Okay. I was going to say, we should probably lock this door.
Pythagoras is a liar.
We need cyber garlic just in case.
And tie it closed. Pythagoras, as you are looking through both of those data pads, you do get into the older data pad. You rig up a little power supply for it and take a look at it, and it's a couple interesting things on there. It is there's inventory reports and kind of what the ship was containing and all that. But the interesting thing that you note on there is an annotated copy of Towards Peace. Along with in the annotations, looks like it's disagreements that the writer had with the text of the document, and you think that it's possible that this bot could have gotten into an argument with Megatron back when he was a minor, back when he wrote Towards Peace, and maybe had an altercation with him. And maybe that's how he ended up being in that cold storage room.
Deep Freeze is political enemies. Yep, that sounds like him. So we have a minor philosopher on our hands.
Mm-hmm.
I get it, because he was a minor.
Yeah, don't think too hard.
Never do.
Everyone is in the hangar bay, and the shuttles are repaired, and Rex and Carapace are about to get on the shuttle.
All right, got her all ready there for you. Should take you all the way.
Thank you very much.
You know, as long as you don't hit any bumps or someone trying to shoot you down or nothing like that. But Carapace, she'll take care of them, right?
Oh, yeah, we go way back.
We'll send you some tires when you're on Eucharis.
Oh, don't worry. I already, I snuck Sweaty's spare in my suitcase. Don't tell him.
In-flight snack.
Actually,
he's surprisingly light on his feet when it comes to certain tasks.
Specifically regarding tires.
Yes.
Actually, you'll notice I still got this tear in my right tire up here on my shoulder. And, well, I don't know how long you're going to be gone, but I know you might get a little hungry, so I packed my real spare tire on the shuttle for you. In case you get hungry.
I appreciate that.
Take care of yourself, Rex.
Good luck, Rex. I hope you meet someone that isn't you when you get there.
Don't worry. Once I get the herd settled, I'm sure I'll see you guys again.
Right.
I'll keep in touch. I'll let you know if something's going on.
Yes, please do.
Well, I know where you live, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have his address.
Yeah.
Everyone keep an eye on Carapace for me.
Third cave on the left.
It's way deeper than that, but yeah, that works.
We may or may not visit you when you're not expecting, but don't worry about that.
Did you hear how many other bots are in his herd? It sounds like he is constantly expecting.
They're not his children. They're just people that are drawn to his animal magnetism.
Children, followers, flock, whatever.
In your compliant form, can you even stand up?
He transforms into a landscape.
He's just a big ball of smaller bots wandering around.
Katamari Dama.
I was just going to say, Katamari-tron. Katamari-tron.
Well, if you do come visit, avoid the tar pits.
Yeah, Quasar got stuck in there once, right?
I think so. It happens.
That was the Smilodon, right?
I don't remember.
Takes forever to get the tar out of the joints.
I can't believe it.
Well, I mean, I guess that's actually interesting because the tires are effectively just like hardened tar. So, like, that's probably why you liked them so much, because they reminded you of home.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
Little
even
taste of
wink
home.
again, can you?
Look, you already got my spares, all right? I got to go all the way home on this flat.
Before we leave, when I drop you off, I'll actually remove my repair spider silk and my attention deflectors and give those to you.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be able to heal yourself in nature and blend in a little bit better.
Where the hell did he go?
It's not that much.
What? No, right now.
Yeah.
Where the hell is he?
It's about as good as like a Clark Kent mask, you know.
Hey, that worked really well for him.
Any final words for Blue Shift?
For Blue Shift?
Well, does Blue Shift have any final words for Rex? I know you didn't know him that well, but...
I didn't know you that well there, but good luck.
Thank you, Blue Shift. Remember, come visit me sometime.
Maybe. I don't know about that.
I'll be back for you.
Well, actually, we seem to have an open Blue Shift. You wanna join up with our group here once we get back to Icon?
Oh, I don't know. I still got work to do here.
That is true.
We're down some crew.
But we have cookies.
Oh, that is mighty tempting.
Or tires.
Mighty tempting.
Or tires. I gotta be honest, Blue Shift. I didn't much care for your jibber jabber in the beginning, but probably because it it reflected my own a bit. And it's hard to hear yourself speaking in such a manner. But
yeah, it's hard to hear you talk too.
Yeah, you've kind of grown on me a bit. So the invitation is open there.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
There's cream for things that grow on you like that.
You know, I got a job to finish up here, but I do have your comm number, so if things open up, I can give you a call.
Yeah, and only
any time of night.
And only if they open up for you.
Yeah. He loves to talk on the phone. Don't let him tell you otherwise. He's modest. He loves to talk on the phone. Anytime, especially in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. Works great.
Maybe we can go visit an energon hole.
I don't think we had a single conversation. Like, you had like your little like, oh, I gotta meet everybody kind of thing, and I'm like, except for me, I was always like busy doing something.
But that's the way Carapace likes it.
Yeah, it's like, oh hey, yeah, bye.
This conversation was the head nod.
Yeah.
So.
Real bots don't actually talk to each other or say goodbye. They just sort of walk away from each other.
Oh, enough with the real bot and macho shit.
And grunt.
I mean, I'm totally kissing Rex on the mouth when he leaves. So.
Oh God, please let that be caught on camera.
We're close. I'm gonna miss him.
Every chance you get.
Then we're gonna Photoshop it to look like Sweaty. And blast it across the universe.
Wait, which mouth are you kissing? The Stego one or the robot one?
Yes. Yes.
It's gonna be a whole photo shoot. He's gonna kiss all the little followers and everything, the entire herd.
It takes us 6 days to get home.
Right. Goodbyes take so long with you and your fucking herd.
All right, we ain't got time for this. Everyone transform into the Stegosaurus. We're saying goodbye once. That's it.
Yes.
Y'all part of the same boat. Y'all get to share the goodbye. That's it.
You guys head out and start making your trip back to Iacon. The trip on the Metallicus is fairly uneventful. It is very slow going. In fact, it's a little bit slower than before because you're towing this other big ship behind you, and you can hear the engines on the Metallicus whining and complaining all the time.
Oh, I don't like to pull things like this. Why did we make our engines Transformers?
They're real workhorses.
Rasonante.
As you are getting close to the halfway point, you finally start picking up some transmissions from Iacon. It is kind of the standard news and like port communications and stuff like that. Just kind of the ship kind of pinging back and forth between the spaceport and the ship, identification, all that. And you're starting to actually get transmissions and stuff from the city. And you're picking up a news broadcast.
Oh no.
Yep.
This is Circuits with the Iacon News Network with a tragic update to the story of the Metallicus. Minister Zaron has informed us that the transport was lost somewhere over the Rust Sea with all hands on board. The screen shows a list of names of the crew and pictures you recognize, and at the end of that, the 5 of you. Also reported lost were a team of investigators recently assigned to the ship. Ambassador Sweetspot of Velocitron, Magnum of Scarvix, Rex and Carapace of Eucharis, and Zephyr, also of Velocitron. These brave officers first made a name for themselves during the bombing at Iacon Plaza, rescuing civilians and helping relief workers. They further distinguished themselves by stopping Stoneraker at the Stormrunner Memorial Speedway during his unprovoked attack. Most recently, they freed hostages from Harness and Cybertron First during the misunderstanding at Metalhawk Landing. They will be missed, and Cybertron is poorer with their loss. May Primus protect them on their journey to the Allspark. To be continued next time.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I begin a slow clap.
I mean, this isn't the first time that I've been written off for dead, so...
This makes it easier for you guys to go undercover now.
Yeah,
Right?
It's the first time for me.
Assume we weren't flying into a giant bomb.
Well, I mean, it's like, we're gonna, like... us arriving late is going to be like the Titanic pulling in, you know?
with everyone on board.
Better late than never, yeah.
The Titanic just arrived.
Better late than never. Ghostbusters 2, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cheech Marin.
Oh, yeah.
Better late than ever.
This is Circuit reporting for the Iacon newsfeed with breaking news on this day, 6th Cycle 04. Empire of Rust was created, written, and GM'd by Michael Ordway. Carapace is played by Patrick Finn. Wildstrike the Decepticon is played by Mike M. Rex, Blazer, Grazer, and Laser are played by Rob Muller. Pythagoras and Magnum are played by Matthew G., and Adame Chu plays Sweet Spot, junior representative of Velocitron. Stay up to the nanosecond on all the latest news on Cybertron and beyond by tuning into the Transmissions Network. Please support our show by going to transmissionspodcast.com/rust. Until next time, Cybertron, this is Circuit signing off.